What is up, you guys? Chris from Vertus Gaming here, and today we're going to be playing the FV4202 before patch 3.3 Typhoon. Now, before patch 3.3, the FV4202 was a tier 10 with the 105 L97A1 Royal Ordnance gun, and overall, I personally think that this was one of the greatest tanks for tier 10, one of the top tier medium tanks. Now, a lot of people didn't like the FV4202 because of its turret that you'll see right now once I start moving. Come on, hurry up. But yeah, so one of the problems about this tank was that its turret was pretty big. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you look at the turret underneath, it's a big portion where it's just flat armor, and right there you can basically get your turret destroyed. The people can damage you, of course, and it was not really super heavily thick. So that was one of the weak points of it. Now, mobility wise, I think it was a pretty good tank. As you can see me just go around these people. As you can see in the front right there, you can see a big huge gap right there. But I think hull wise also it was pretty good. This Centurion 7 Mark 1 had 121 millimeters of frontal armor. This one had more, and it was more sloped and kind of like a lower silhouette. So you're not going to be getting spotted as much. And right here we're going to be shooting at the Indian Panzer. But as you can see, I'm right here basically within these flowers and shit. I'm just showing my turret, not trying to show like the super big parts of it. And the T-92 just hit our tracks. Surprisingly enough, it only did a little bit of damage. But as you can see right there, we just got penned, and that was on the side. But that's what I'm talking about. You see that big turret? It has that big fat portion underneath the gun. That's where everybody would shoot at, because that's an easy pen. So if you were going hull down, you have to watch out for that, because you can get penned pretty easily. Now, let's talk about it going into tier 8. If you guys read patch 3.3 notes, or if you play Xbox One, then of course you would already know that the FV4202 got replaced with the Centurion AX, I believe, Centurion Mark X or some shit like that. But so it got replaced, and now it's the Centurion AX or something like that. And the FV4202 became a premium tank. And it went down to tier 8 and got a different gun. The gun it has now is a not a 105. It's a Type B barrel. I'm not sure what caliber, but it's a Type B barrel that you would get on the Centurion Mark 7-1, and it's all right. It has all right damage. It's not the best, of course, but the rounds per minute is pretty sad. I'm not sure how many rounds per minute it gets, but I believe it's a little bit more of a reload time than it is for the Centurion Mark 7-1, which is really bad. But it's a tier 8, so I guess they have to, like, you know, take it down a notch for it. Also, the mobility for it, at tier 10, it was really good. I think it was pretty, not super fantastic. There's other better tier 10 medium tanks, such as the Bat-Chat Telion. But at tier 8, they really completely made it shitty. The speed on it now, I believe, on average is like around 26 to 32 kilometers an hour. On here, the average speed was around 38. That's what I got. So if you compare it, it's really slow. The turret traverse is also really slow at tier 8, and they completely just nerfed the tank. Of course they had to, because it's a tier 8 tank, but I feel like they made it super nerfed to the point where it's almost like it feels like a heavy tank at times. But you're not a heavy tank because you don't have the most armor. They took down some of the armor. Turret is still pretty good, I think. I don't think they really did much to that, which is really good because you want to go hold down with this turret, with this tank and its turret. But yeah, they completely nerfed the tank, and I personally don't really like that. And I don't know if you can buy the FV4202. If you have it as a tier 10 and you owned it, then you got the FV4202 premium for free, of course, and you got the Centurion Action 10. I think that's what it's called. Centurion Action 10. So you got the Centurion Action 10 for free, and you basically got a free premium tank if you own the tank, because you didn't pay any money for that. except coins, which you're gonna play the game anyway, so basically free. So that's what you get. Tier 8, FV4202. Not the best, but at tier 10, I think this is one of the better medium tanks. A lot of people say it was not, and I'm completely emphasized about that. But I do gotta argue about that because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this tank was really good at tier 10. It had good mobility, good gun handling. I think the gun handling was one of the best, to be honest. It was I know it's better than the Centurion Mark 7-1. You got more rounds per minute, around 7 rounds per minute. And if you had your cruise skills and your ventilations, then you can really bump that up. On the Centurion Action 10, it's 7 rounds per minute. And if you fix everything with the ventilations, brothers in arms and all that, then you could probably get it to 8 rounds a minute, which is insanely sick. It's insanely sick. I still like playing the Centurion Mark 7-1. I actually played a couple of games of it today, and it's actually still one of my favorite tanks overall because it looks pretty modern. I like driving the more modern tanks, sometimes the old school tanks, depending on which one it is, such as the Tiger 1 or the M4 Sherman. But I'm more of like kind of Cold War to modern tank kind of person. I really like the Cold War tanks, to be honest, like the M48 Patton, Centurion Mark 7-1. Conqueror just looks weird and funky, but that's what I like. It looks so, like, I don't know, futuristic, I guess, with the turret. But yeah, so my thoughts about the Centurion Action 10 Centurion Action 10, yeah, Centurion Action 10. It's a pretty good tank. I actually like driving it. It looks completely modern. It's exactly like a Centurion Mark 7-1, just with a better turret. Different turret, actually. It's like a Chieftain turret. And it has like a big-ass little spotlight on the top. It's like a big-ass flashlight. And has that, and has like fabric on the gun. The gun looks different also. It's a little bit more longer than it is on the Centurion Mark 7-1. Can't believe that guy bounced. But yeah, if you guys saw right there, the whole armor, he had a perfect shot, and he shot, I guess, the whole armor, and that thing bounced. It's probably aiming in between our turret and our hull, so he could get that nice little juicy weak spot, but he missed, and he hit the hole, and it bounced off. That's what I really like about the FV4202. But yeah, so Centurion Action 10, really good tank, in my opinion. It has good mobility, good gun, good gun handling, and it kind of reminds me of like a, I don't know, hybrid of the FV4202 and a Centurion Mark 7-1. I just like how it looks also modern. Like, I don't know, that's just how I am. I like driving, I guess, modern tanks. But yeah, so that's that, guys. FV4202. I said that name so many times. But yeah, guys, so if you guys liked the video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any special requests of any games, just tell me and I'll try to get that game to play for you guys. But other than that, you guys, I was very fortunate enough to play the FV4202 2 times in a row, with it being at tier 10. This is Chris from Vertis Gaming signing out, and I'll see you guys next time. Do you feel the